our evening chat. It's Flylady Kat and my sister Marty, and tonight we're going to be talking about how to do the Flylady system with some type of disability. Marty has rheumatoid arthritis, and it was a special request to have her on tonight. So Marty's going to be answering your questions about how she does the Flylady system with a disability. And so tonight we're going to also be reviewing our evening routine. So we're looking at how did you do your after dinner routine. Don't forget that we're doing, always remember that we're doing our before bed routine for ourselves and our children, looking at your planner. Your planner is your tool, seeing what you're having for dinner tomorrow night, seeing what is on the roster for tomorrow, laying out your clothes for tomorrow, and basically setting yourself up for a great morning. Let me take a few minutes to say hello to everyone, and then we'll get into questions with Marty. Hi, Shannon. I know you're excited to hear Marty's story. Bobby Gregory, hello. Lisa Iao, hi to you and me and Marty. Marie Hartz, hello. Jamise Toyer, hello. Angela Conti, hey Marty, hey Kat, hey Jennifer. Elizabeth Whaley Avery saying hi to both of us. Gail Buster saying hi to both of us. Sherry Forbush, hi Sherry. Teresa Wilson, my son said hello. Hi son. Tammy said good evening ladies, good to see you. Barb said hi Kat and Marty, you both look fabulous. Erin Boucher, can't wait to hear Marty's advice. Maria Conley, hi Maria from Ohio. Charlotte Welch, hi Kat and Marty. Rebecca's giving us a little wave. Sherry Cook is saying hello. Janet Solorzano. Solorzano. Yeah, that's the wrong name. That's the right name. I was thinking of someone else. Because I'm crazy, Janet. I'm crazy like that. From Sacramento, California, saying hey to us. Lisa Iao, routines are done. So tired, I'm ready for bed. Girl, get your evening routine done. Don't wait. Elizabeth said hello to Mr. B. Mickey says hello. Candace Van Dahl says hello. Kathy Jones, oh my goodness, says hello. We both look beautiful.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Dickie Talmadge is saying hello to all three of us. Jackie Longnecker, hi, my daughter's at my daughter's for dinner. I will watch when I get home. Tell your daughter we said hey. Fran Apple says hello to both of us. Jocelyn Penna says hello to Mr. B. Patricia Parker, hi girls, you look beautiful. Good evening from Larry to all the beautiful fly babies. And Ronna says hi. Okay, we have 50 of you on here. We have 13 thumbs up. You know that's the first thing I want you to do is go ahead and give it a thumbs up for you and for all the other fly babies out here who don't know about the Flylady system. Gretchen Berkey says, hello, lovely sisters. Okay, so we're going to open it up for questions for Marty. Try to keep it Flylady related. I'm going to pull this in a little closer to you. And we'll see what you have to say. In the meantime, while we're waiting on your questions, I got a card today from Ellen Spencer. Isn't that cute? It's a little kitty with a little bee on its nose on a clover. And it says, how be ya? Her online name is Marie. Isn't that cute? And a little letter in there for me. All right, let's see. I'm a little close here. Jamie said, starting after dinner routine, thanks for the company while I do the dishes. You're welcome. Does anyone have questions for Marty regarding how to do the Flylady system with rheumatoid arthritis or some type of a disability? You know that, what is it you were telling me today? Your disabilities don't define you?
Right.
Right, they don't make you who you are. Everybody has something. Fran will watch later. Where do you sisters get your positive outlook on life, especially when you talk about illness? It's so inspiring. It's funny, we were just listening to a song from Monty Python, Always Look at the Bright Side of Life. It was pretty fun. We've just always been positive.
Yeah.
And when we were kids, one of us, was it Patty, was in the show where we sang Keep Your Sunny Side
Up. That was Patty. Yeah.
Patty. So
in the operetta.
Yeah, she was in an operetta. All right. Thank you, Michelle. My question is, which of you flew first? How did you get your sister on board? Me. I flew first. And I don't know, how did I get you on board?
You used to call me and ask me what to do.
Well, before I was flying.
Oh, Kathy originally
Kat
originally started with the book, Sidetrack Home Executive. She had this box full of cards, and she'd pull out all these cards, and she was doing it, and it was working for her. And I'm not one for cards, so I didn't do the cards, but
I started doing the Flylady
Yeah,
system,
then the
and then
Flylady.
she said, "Oh, I like that." So that's how she started. But she could see a difference in my home when I started doing the
I
cards.
think after I moved here about 5 years ago.
Oh no, I've been doing this a long time.
But me,
Oh, you, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Marty
I
didn't
had a
have-
maid before that.
She lived out of here, but she started doing the Flylady system. I thought you said
Yeah.
I was doing it. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no.
I had a big house and a maid because I couldn't keep it clean because of my disability. So I didn't do it.
Show them your hands after your surgery.
Oh, this is my surgery hand.
Get up closer so they could see.
They replaced all 4 of these joints and took out my ulnar bone right here because it was big and
And
swollen.
they can see an old scar from when you had surgery before.
Oh yeah, I've got a scar here. My tendon's ruptured.
And did you do
And I have
something?
scars on every finger too. And these 2 joints originally were artificial and they aged out. They were about 22 years old.
Show them your hand that needs work.
And this one needs some work.
It's had work.
I've had probably a total of close to 20 surgeries on my hands alone. So, and these 2 are artificial. This is artificial. This wasn't, they fused it, but somehow I broke it, so it's crooked. And that's just a dud. I don't know what to say about it.
So I'm going to ask you questions because they're
All right,
afraid to.
go for it.
So, how do you do your routines, your basic weekly plan, and your zone when you don't feel well, when you're having a flare? So if you woke up in the morning and you felt like you hurt all over and you couldn't do it, and this isn't just for rheumatoid arthritis, you may have some other autoimmune deficiency that causes you to have some type of flare.
Or old football injuries.
Yeah, you can, well, girls.
Girls.
But how would you do it tomorrow if you woke up and it was Wednesday and it's time for you to do your planning a desk day, which is quiet, and you had to do your morning routine and your laundry and you don't have any paper clutter anymore.
I don't have paper clutter.
And then you went into your zone, which is your master bedroom, and you wanted to do something in there. How would you do that, or would you?
Well, I have it planned in my planner on what I'm going to do. So I know that tomorrow in my planner, I'm going to be working in my dresser. I'm going to organize my drawers. So if I wake up and I'm miserable, first I take pills and I might have a cup of coffee.
So there's a pill you can take for that.
Yeah, I take something for pain. Not a pain pill that knocks me out, but just something that knocks the edge off so I can still function. And I'm married and my husband's very nice, and we have a little competition. Whoever gets out of bed first doesn't have to make it. So I usually hit the floor pretty quick. And Mark makes the bed almost every morning, even if he can tell if I don't feel well and he'll help me. But if he's already gone to work, he left early, I'll get up and make the bed, take my pills, get my cup of coffee, go back in the bathroom and finish my morning routine, swish, swipe, do all that. And I just do it. I just do it.
Because why?
If you don't do it, it doesn't get done, but you can stand up tall and both knees may be big as salad bowls, but you can stand up tall and you can smile and you can look like a normal, healthy person and nobody knows, and it doesn't matter that anyone knows because it matters to me that I look and feel good, and it makes me look and feel good to not drag my foot, have a sad face, limp, be miserable.
And what you said to me one time was, I can limp or not limp. I'm going to feel the same way, and it makes me feel better to not limp.
Absolutely.
And I can feel bad all over and complain, or I can feel bad all over and not say a word, and I'm going to still feel the same, so why complain?
Absolutely, and I rarely complain, but things hurt. I had something hurt recently and I thought I was going to die. I checked my knee out to see if my kneecap was on straight because something was wrong. But guess what? I got up and finished dinner and loaded the dishwasher and turned it on and did my night routine, and it didn't affect me. I have very aggressive rheumatoid arthritis. It's not just it's not just my hands, it's all over me.
It's your voice.
My voice is affected. My vocal cords are stuck open a little bit, so I'm kind of airy and crackly sounding.
Your heart.
My heart is affected. It will probably be a reason for my demise one day is some side
Don't go!
It's going to be a long time, don't
Good,
worry.
good.
But some side effect of rheumatoid arthritis is going to be, it's not going to be just a regular, she died of old age, but she died of old age because she had a heart thing, because whatever. But in the meantime, I look and feel healthy. I don't allow it to define me. And I just keep going.
And
Some
you have
days
some-
I can't.
That's right.
And on the days I can't, I'm not going to injure myself. And I do go to an occupational therapist, which is somebody that helps me do daily things, teaches me how to do daily things the correct way.
Because of your surgery.
Well, because of my surgery, but even before I had surgery, when I first was diagnosed, my rheumatologist sent me to an occupational therapist, and they gave me little hints on how to not damage myself, because you're open to damage when you have this kind of arthritis. So how to hold a book right, what to put on a big round thing for your toothbrush so you can hold on right, little things like that.
And you also have some little tools you brought with you.
Yeah, I just brought one in with me. 90% of the day I wear this on my wrist.
Because you just had surgery?
Because I just had surgery and I had that part of my bone removed, and so I'm getting used to bending it now, and I can go back and forth. I've done all my stuff, so.
Good girl. Okay, let's see what people are saying, Marty. Thank you for sharing. Okay, we're going to go here and see. We had quite a few comments in here.
Routine. When I have a flare up, if it's pretty bad, I stay on the
Maria.
couch all day. Maria.
Aaron Boucher, I guess just how do you get back on track after a long flare up? Do you have a long flare up?
I don't allow myself to have a long flare up.
She doesn't allow herself. She's such an alpha.
Yeah,
I love that
if I've
about
had
you.
a flare up that's lasted 2 or 3 days, I just jump in where I jump. I just jump in on that day and just keep on rolling.
Good question, Aaron. Nancy, good evening. Nice to see you two together. Candace Vandal, how do you schedule around more painful times?
More painful times.
Do you change your schedule?
I don't change my routine. My Flylady routine stays
your
the same.
Okay.
My schedule, if I have a doctor's appointment and it's not about rheumatoid arthritis, and like dentist appointment maybe, I just cancel it.
Okay. Let's see. Monty Python wasn't the guy that was singing that he got both his arms and legs blown off. Funny part in the movie.
Yep, and there was bunnies in it. Yeah.
Crazy. Marty is awesome. This is my husband. She never complains, and she's on the go all the time. I love her dearly.
Thank you, Boo Boo.
Erin said, good evening, pretty ladies. Maria said, some weeks I can't do the zones because of flare-ups, and I'm overwhelmed. The following week, it seems like I never can catch up.
Oh, don't let it overwhelm you. That's just one more negative thing in your life.
Oh,
So,
good point. Good
yeah.
point. Let's see what else we've got here. Sorry about my finger, girls. I'm sitting on the wrong side.
Do you want to switch?
No, I'm good. That's awesome. I'll remember that, Wanda Campbell said. That reminds me a lot of something Jesus said in the Bible, Marty. So inspirational. You two are a dynamic duo.
What did he say?
What did you say?
What did Jesus say? Give me a quote,
What
Erin.
did Jesus say in the Bible? Well, in the Bible, it says that when you're fasting, to comb your hair and wash your face,
There
and
you
don't let
go.
anyone know. I think that maybe that's what she's
Don't
talking about.
let your disability define you.
Hi, Kat and Marty, Mr. B. Eating pizza in
Pizza,
Las
yum,
Vegas.
I love
Awesome,
pizza.
Melissa. It's taken some time not to feel guilty if my back or knee hurts, and still now try to make sure I do the routines, Candace said. Suburban said, ouch, when she saw your hands, and Rana said, that looks painful.
It's everywhere. It's not just my hands. It's my feet, my knees, my shoulders, my neck, everything.
Maria Conley said, some weeks I can't do the zones because of flare-ups, and I'm overwhelmed the following week. It seems, oh, we read that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to catch up.
Okay.
It'll be there a month from now.
That's right. That's exactly right, Marty. Watching for tips to help my 12-year-old with connective tissue disease.
My daughter-in-law has my, what's it called?
It's got a name, but anyway, it's
She's had it since she was 12 or 13.
that.
Is it the same tissue disease?
I think it is.
Yeah.
And she's the same as you,
Think
very
of the name
positive.
of it. Yeah, she is very positive. She can't sit on the floor. She can't get back up, and she's only 28.
Marty, thank you for sharing your challenges and overcoming attitude. I suffer from chronic migraines, and you're right. Life doesn't stop. We have to know our limits, but not let it define us. Very good, Micah.
Migraines will stop you in your track.
Yeah, y'all are beautiful, Amanda said. Oh my goodness, you're so inspiring. I've had rheumatoid for 38 years and many, many surgeries, and you're right, it does not define you. It just makes you stronger.
Yeah.
Good girl. Good
I've
girl,
had it
Maria.
since I turned 30. I was a couple of weeks past 30, and I'm 61 now.
Yep. She had just had her second baby.
Yeah, he was at Few days old.
Jocelyn Penna says, you both are motivational because you still do what you have to do, going through things at the same time. When I get migraines, I feel that I can't do anything amazing. Listen, I've had migraines and I can't do anything with a migraine. You have to lay down and rest. My sister Patty also gets migraines, and she just recently had this little hard part of her ear right there pierced on both sides, and her migraines have nearly stopped, haven't they?
She went in the hospital for something, and they had to take them out, and she started getting migraines again. So she went back and got
Just a
them
thought, just a little circle right there. It's some kind
It
of
wasn't
acupuncture.
painful for her to have it done either.
Well, migraine.
Yeah, I mean to have that piercing.
Yeah. I want to go back to where we were. So that's
Right there.
Jocelyn. Okay, Ronna said, my aunt has MS and she's doing the same thing. Good. Hi, Allah. Good to see you. Marty is such an inspiration, she said. Hi, Marty. Good evening, Mr. B. That's Sherry. Betty, I get to see Marty. I love when you give us tips. It's so helpful, Betty B said. Amy said, you go, Marty. I've had JRA since I was 7, juvenile rheumatoid. We have a cousin with that as well. I feel, yeah, she's a candidate.
I may have had it as a child because I had unexplained pain. I kept crutches in the closet, and I was a dancer and an acrobat. And they kept saying, why didn't you warm up first? But I didn't really need to. And part of that was maybe I was staying healthier by being so physically active. Okay, keep going. Sorry.
I'll tell you about our cousin. She's a Kennedy.
Oh, okay.
Remember? Okay. Let's see. So, Amy, good for you, girl. I know you can do it. Erin, it sounds like more of a change in mindset. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dermatomyositis.
Oh, that's what
That's what Amanda has.
I mean, dermatomyositis.
The connective tissue disease.
Brenda Reed, thank you, Marty and Kat, for y'all's inspiration. I live with fibro and can relate.
I have that too.
Yep, and our sister Patty has fibro. Oh my goodness, Marty. I promise you, when you're around Marty, you will never know she has RA. That's
Thank
my
you,
husband.
Larry. I love you.
Myasthenia gravis?
No.
Although your doctor told you that
They told me I did, but I haven't had signs of that since
she
30
was
years
first
ago.
diagnosed. Okay.
But my daughter-in-law has dermatomyositis.
Yeah. Elizabeth said, is rheumatoid arthritis an autoimmune disease, and do they know what causes it or how to prevent it? No, but she did have a rheumatic fever
When I was
like a
18 months
2-year-old.
old. Yeah.
Had to go to the hospital, and she has a hole in her heart. Libby Chapman, ouch! You have jewels where you've had pain and problems.
My little lumps.
You will have jewels. No, she said you will have jewels where you had
thank
pain
you.
and problems. That's awesome. Lynn's here, which I call Lynn Shear.
I love
I
that.
know. Hi, Kat and Marty. Thank you, Marty, for sharing with us. You're an inspiration to me. And I got my cup today, Kat. Awesome, Lynn. You both have such beautiful smiles. Thank you, Shirley. Amanda Wood, a friend of mine has RA, and she went to keto, and her symptoms are gone.
I've done all kinds of diets, and
Weight Watchers worked for you. You lost your weight.
I lost weight, and my knees don't wake me up at night
And she is at her ideal weight, and she's been on Lifetime for
I
2
hit my
months?
goal in October 10th.
Oh, wow, Marty. Okay. A man puts Jesus. You guys are so precious. Okay, did I miss something, Maria? Is that a continuation? No.
I have down days in my mind.
Says
get up.
Get up, and I get and going and miss the beginning. Marty, are you Kat's sister? You really look alike. Yes. She's my youngest sister. A man puts Jesus. You guys are so precious. I don't know what that means, Maria. I must have missed part of that. This is Rebecca. When I get migraines, you could put a needle anywhere and I would not care if it felt better. See, that's why I said-
Migraines are an illness that you just can't function with. You just have to go find a dark place and hide for a while.
Yeah. Hi, Kat and Marty. You both are super pretty. Thanks, Donna. Sorry about the last text. Fingers not work even to push a button, Maria
I understand
said.
that.
Gail said, you're so blessed to have sisters to love and support each other. Marty looks especially beautiful today. God has filled you both with lots of grace. Thank you, Gail. Lynn said, hi, Mr. B. Yes, I do love it. I can't wait to use it in the morning, her cup. Hi, Jessie. My chin is sticky.
You ate a grapefruit.
Micah says, that was Jessie. Hi, Jessie. Micah says, some days my migraines are so bad I have to go to the ER, but
Yeah.
other days they're minor and I just have to be mindful and rest and hydrate. And I have tried lots of things because I get several types. Poor darling. Just try not to complain. I know it's really difficult, but try not to complain and just go in a dark, quiet, cold room. Thank you for sharing. You're right. Your disability doesn't define you. Perseverance. I can truly relate, Jimmy says. They can't prevent, Micah says. Okay, Sherry says, is fibro real? I have something. It could be from high-dose steroids, but everything hurts going to the rheumatologist.
Fibromyalgia feels like you're going to get the flu. Your muscles ache all over and
your joints hurt.
Your joints hurt.
And it really is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yep. So glad Lynn's here.
Lynn's here.
You both look beautiful, Sherry said. And Charlotte says, migraines are tough, not so many since menopause, thank goodness. Good,
Isn't
Charlotte.
menopause great?
Rebecca Charlotte Welch, Dame here. Same here, but still get them. Okay. All right. Any more questions, comments, or concerns about doing your Flylady system with a disability? Okay, that's what we want. I love your attitude of no excuses. I've really been trying to focus on this. Good. Micah, you're right, Kat. If they are not bad enough to knock me down, I just try to go about my day, and some days, no one even knows I had one.
A migraine takes me 2 days. One day to have the migraine, and the next day because I have a brain ache.
Me too.
So-
I get like a shadow of the headache.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't had one in a long, long time because I quit using caffeine. That was what it was.
My
I
daughter-
quit caffeine.
My other daughter-in-law gets migraines from caffeine.
Quit caffeine.
So with rheumatoid arthritis, when I do my routines, when I do my weekly stuff, some things are really hard, and it takes me a little longer than an hour to do my weekly home blessing because the vacuum cleaner is really tough. My husband usually does it for me. So he does the vacuuming and mopping. But even just dusting, you can't just grab a duster the way that other people do. You have to be mindful of how you use your hands and stuff. Otherwise, you're going to regret it later because you'll have pain from holding something carelessly.
And let me tell you something about Marty. Marty has the brain of an electrical engineer. When she was a child, when we were in high school, we took a test. Each of us took a test to see what our aptitudes were. And Marty's was
The
like
ASVAB test to get into the service because the Vietnam War was happening.
and she scored like one of the highest scores in the United States. And everybody thought because her name was Marty that she was a boy, and so all of the military people started recruiting her, and then they would find out she was a girl, and they would say, oh, you want to work in computers or something.
This is before computers.
Something she wasn't interested in. And to this day, it's very difficult, and plus she's ADHD. So if there's something to fix that requires electrical engineering or any kind of engineering, she's on it. And I would fuss at her because her little hands, and she would be using screwdrivers and doing things she really ought not have been doing.
I love to do anything electrical. I love to do plumbing. When we buy a bookshelf, my husband and I kind of have a battle on who's going to get to put it together.
But that's not
And
good for her
I
hands.
can't do that anymore, and it's really hard to let go of the things that I can't do.
Someone else today was talking about the fact that they love to quilt, and I said, oh, Marty is a fabulous quilter. Again, that's that electro-engineering, minuscule
That's not
perfection.
engineering.
It's perfectionism. It's like those little perfect...
You have to have a good eye.
I don't have a good eye. And she made the most beautiful quilts, and now you can't make them anymore.
Well, I can sew them, and I can use a
a
roller to
machine.
cut, but I can't do any hand quilting at all. I can't even sew on a button anymore. But, you know, I never liked sewing on buttons anyway. So.
That's right. So what? So I just wanted to mention that. She's very... I mean, it's not easy for her not to do these things.
It was electronics and mechanics, the top 2%
Okay,
of the
let's
nation.
see. I love your attitude of no excuses. I read that. I think that was Alla. You're right, Kat. You're not bad enough to not... Okay, we read that one. Rana, thank you for sharing this with us. I've got 2 torn meniscus in both my knees, and I try to do what I need to do with cleaning and walking every day. Do you wear some kind of a protective support around your knee? Is there something you can use to support it and make it feel better?
Micah, do you have any tips for washing dishes with bad RA in your hands? Sure, I like really hot water. And I noticed at my occupational therapist's office, she said, you guys can tolerate the hottest. It's like, yeah, I like it really hot. So it's therapy. You put your hands in that hot water. It feels so good. I
How
use
about grabbing the plates?
I use a sponge, and I have to use two hands for everything. So I can't just pick up a plate with one hand. I have to use both hands. So it takes a little bit longer, but I do it. I don't wash pots. I can't. They're too heavy.
Too heavy, yeah.
And my husband and I actually went pot shopping, and we ended up with, we just went in and picked up everything to see what they weighed. And we did the same thing with our vacuum cleaner.
Okay. Mr. B said, I do not get headaches. I'm so blessed.
My husband has never had a headache,
Larry's
ever.
had one or two and he thinks it's the end of the world. Sorry, Larry. But he never gets them. It's true. Donna said, wow. Rhonda said, love your positive attitude. I'm trying to stay positive. Amanda said, wow, that's an amazing story. Veronica Lopez, I got my nails and toes done, struggling with getting everything off the car, but I remember you said the ignition off, and that's the key to always empty the car when you get home. So she's talking about her work for today. Good,
Yeah,
Veronica.
okay.
Good job. Rebecca said, I'm exhausted the next day after a migraine. I feel like I've been beaten up. Yeah.
Your brain hurts.
Fran said, thankfully I'm back and so inspired by Marty and the sweet love you two share. Aw. Mr. B says, use the dishwasher.
We do.
Janet Solorzano says, thank you, Marty, for sharing. I have arthritis in my back and bursitis, good days and bad. On good days, I tend to overdo it.
That's a big problem. I do too. Because I try to make hay while the sun shines,
can't
and
make
it's
up for
not a
last
good
time.
idea. No, because you'll pay for it the next day.
You will. Even if you don't have any type of arthritis or any type of disability, when you overdo it, the next day, you always, emotionally, you're done.
You're drained.
And you don't want to do it anymore. So remember to just do your little bits. Limit yourself in ability of some sort or something that's challenging that day, that week, that month. Do less. It's not the end of the world. Before you came to me, you had a messy house. You didn't clean it every day, every week, and every month. If you have to skip something, it's not the end of the world. Clutter checks are important. If you can't pick it up, you point and have somebody else pick it up. Okay, and be careful with your own clutter. All right, we've got 3 minutes left. Let's see.
Do you modify your routine? That was a good
I
one.
know we're going to get to it. I don't want to miss anyone. Hot water feels good for carpal tunnel as well. Heather said, Sherry, I can do routines. I have a hard time getting my weekly home blessing done. I usually do it over the first, second, and third days in sheets now every week. Thanks to Kat. How do I do zones? That's just the deep clean and one little tiny thing. Can you
15 minutes.
10 a deep clean is 10. 15 is decluttering. 10 is your deep clean. So for example, if you were going to deep clean in your, well, it probably does. Let's say right now it's your master bedroom, master closet,
Right.
master bathroom. I know you've been working in your closet.
I have.
So are you spending 15 minutes or less in your closet?
Absolutely.
Okay. And so
Because I can't do the coat hangers.
so after you've done the weekly home blessing hour, for example, then you go in your bedroom and just take your time and work through that for just a little, like a section, like shirts or whatever.
Right.
Okay. Not to put words in your
And
mouth.
some people, I don't know if you encourage people to empty everything onto the bed and
No.
Okay, I've seen videos where they're like, we emptied everything.
That's
I
the
emptied
Maria
everything I
Kondo.
owned onto the bed. It's like,
That's
oh my gosh,
overwhelming.
that's overwhelming.
Don't
Plus,
bite off more
it's
than you can
too much
chew.
physically. If you have any physical disability, you'll get everything out and you won't be able to put it back. I would never, ever,
So
ever do
just a
that.
little bit of
Little bit.
clothing and go through that. So let's say all your short sleeve shirts, or
Well,
you've got a lot more clothes than I do.
I do
the
because I
10
had
item
several
wardrobe.
sizes and I've lost a lot of weight.
And you
But
don't do the 10 item wardrobe.
I don't have the 10 item. I like clothes. I've got a lot of clothes. But one thing I do is when I wear something, if it's too big or I don't like it, I'll go ahead and wash it. But once it's out of the washer, it goes into the box to go away.
Okay, let me catch up real quick. I'm going to start at the bottom. Please don't write anything else. I'm sorry, but the time is up. So I'm stopping with Heather Ball, where she says, I do a little bit every day in short spurts of time. I will take Anita too, because hers popped in just as we were doing this. Is it fair to require my family to become minimalists if I am one who has to take care of the home? 9 kids equals dishes and laundry and endless piles. Anita, that's my question. it is not fair to require your family to become minimalist. However, you are still the CEO of the home, and if it's too much, it's too much, and you're in charge of that. But not, do you know what minimalism really is? It's like very, very little. And if you have a family and you have 9 kids, a little bit all added together is a lot. But make sure that everybody gets the things they love. You don't want to make your children, when they're grown, be clutter hoarders because they weren't allowed to have anything as a child. That can backfire. So yeah, you don't make anybody be a minimalist, but you do maybe rotate toys and things like that. Okay. Okay. All right. So that was Anita. Heather, I read, high blood pressure. Sherry said, Anita, I have RA, fibromyalgia, and Hashimoto's thyroiditis. I feel like I have lived half a life. You radiate joy in your suffering. I haven't learned to pace myself yet. I know the secret is to simplify. That's what Anita said. To simplify, is it fair to require my family to do minimalism? No.
No, it's not fair.
Keep going, girls. 0 more minutes. I have bad days sometimes with my arm. I have MS and just do what I can and leave the rest. I've got better about asking family to do things.
Definitely ask people to help you. There's no
Don't
way.
be ashamed. Gretchen, I was on dialysis for 7 years before this transplant. The Flylady system helped me so much. I had to adjust, but little steps was so important. That's what it's all about. It's, here's the Flylady system. You look and see where you want to be, and then you go backwards and say, okay, if I do a little bit every day and I start now, when will I get there, and what does it take to get there? That's all the Flylady system is. But I know kind of what you want to be at, so I'm taking you through the little steps. But you can picture in your mind what it's going to look like, and that's what you're working toward.
You just missed a bunch.
I can't, that's because people are adding more stuff and I can't read their stuff. I don't have enough time. So happy to hear about your husband. What surgery cures high blood pressure? You're so inspirational. Thank you for sharing. That's Bobby. Sometimes I have problems taking a shower or bath more than once a week. No bath, but a
Bath's
shower.
hard to get in and out of.
Hot shower?
Showers are great, yeah.
Okay.
I have a chair in my shower.
Oh yeah, that's
And also
true.
sit in that when I clean my shower.
Yep, that's a good idea. Let's see. Okay, I read that. That's why I love the Flylady system, because it helps me in everything I do. I lose my train of thought and get frustrated.
I lose my train of thought all the time.
Okay. She thinks it's better to drink more water with the headaches. It depends. Everybody's different. My hubby. Okay. Hi, Dickie. Everybody, thumbs up. We have 60 thumbs up, 91 online. It was me, the quilter. That was Rebecca.
Quilting and stuff like that can get really messy. And that's additional stress on you. So if you have an autoimmune or an illness that keeps coming back and you have a hobby that you love, you need to find a way to keep it tidy. Because you can quilt and have quilt junk all over the house and little threads everywhere.
Or make cards, or crochet, or
Absolutely.
paint, or anything.
Yep.
So make sure that you don't bite off more than you can
gotta
chew.
keep it little.
And put it back.
Not little quilt, but keep your mess little while you're doing it.
Okay, girls, if I've missed anybody, I'm very, very sorry. Thank you so much for all your kind comments to my sister Marty. You guys have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow morning without my sister at between 8 and 10 a.m. No, I'll not see you in the morning. I'll be on calls with Fly Babies and at Weight Watchers in the morning. I will see you tomorrow evening between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Have a wonderful evening, and always remember that you are beautiful.